Mr. Anzei, we have you here.
Yes.
The issue is about land in NSSF name, which they want to possess, I think 55 acres of it. How do you want to resolve it?
Now the 50 acres, if they include my house, where my house is.
No, it is 100 plus acres. It is 100 plus acres, 104. They only want, they wanted 55, but if they take the other 15 or 10,
not 10.
Now they will need 45 from that particular.
Correct.
And you remain with how much?
108 and 4.
No. It is 104. If they take 45, because they are taking 10 from the other side. If they take, you remain with 59. You want a home? Isn't that enough for a home?
What about my cows?
Because, but they have already bought for the last.
Have to have.
Yeah, Mr. Anzei.
You see,
because
you see, what I saw really.
Now
documented.
We are looking at a solution away from the history.
But what I saw, the Honorable Chairman.
Yes.
What I saw is documented, right? What I did not sell is also known.
Now we are here.
And even in the agreement, there is nowhere really it states that I sold it, including my home. Because my home, you cannot buy it for 24 million.
Mr. Anzei, where we are, we don't want them to take your house.
Yes.
You have a house, you have a farm. There is also free land. It is covered in 104 acres. If they take 10 from the other plot, which we don't object to, since they did the assessments, the remaining amount demanded from you is 45. Now, out of this 104, why don't you concede they take their 45? The matter is sorted as soon as tomorrow.
Honorable Chair, when I sold the over 400 acres, I needed to remain with some land, so that I can breathe on my home. I cannot just sit on a country home with 10 acres, 12 acres. It doesn't make sense. I would rather quit and leave completely.
So what are you offering? What are you offering? What are you offering the fund? You are protected. What are you offering the fund now?
I'm offering the fund what they have requested me to offer. They said, the 10 acres, we liked it, give it to us. I have agreed that I will sign, I will transfer the 10 acres to the fund.
Now the remaining...
Then the 45, I said, value it at current price. I'm not saying that I return your money. No. Current price, you get a government valuer, you get even another independent. I also have mine. Then we will meet at a figure which I will pay.
But
Mr. Chairman,
you will talk, members.
The last time I saw you had an engagement in Parliament, and your resolution was the parties go and sit down with Mr. Anzei and come back to you and notify you on the consent they have come up with. So today we had an engagement with NSSF. And Mr. Anzei is saying, I'm ready to give you the 10 acres which you agreed on to. The 45, because it has my farm and my farmhouse, let me retain it. Just 1 second. I seek protection, Mr. Chairman.
Allow him to submit.
The 45, we've agreed to take the current market value. You paid us 24 million shillings. If the current market value is 800 million shillings, we shall pay that. And lastly, as I conclude, someone cannot offer, you see, NSSF is saying that the 45 are in a wetland. When you go to buy meat, my dear, you won't tell the butcherman, don't give me the bones or don't give me the fat. The land is still there. So my point is this. Honorable members, please, we are ready to give you what we've opted for.
Okay.
Order, Chair, order.
You're the proprietor for now.
Chair, let me make a bit of a correction hearing the members speak. I think the memorandum of understanding had a request from Mr. Zay to keep 104 acres, which included where his house is. By the time the arbitration came, that number 104 had come down to 55. So it is not that he's sitting on 104 Therefore, he needs to surrender 45. No, he's sitting on 45, which came out of that Bito award. Yeah, 55, yes. That's 55. No, that's what I said.
Well, just see for clarity. You see, I will stand up a little. Mr. Chairman, and our questions have not come out, but the issue of a sale agreement can solve each and everything. There's no way. I want to tell you, Mr. Nzei, you can even sell your house as we are selling that deal. There was nothing wrong because we were in a transaction. So the excuse of having your house now does not arise in that land. But NSSF must come out boldly to tell us in the sale agreement which land did you buy. They bought 18 years ago. The Chayonkas have died and others. And these people, the savers of NSSF, that's where their interest is, Mr. Chairman. So can we know from Mr. Chair, NSSF Chair, MD, what was the sale agreement saying? Because, thank you.
And Mr. Chairman,
yes,
I am a little bit rusty because it appears that Mr. Amos Nzei sold the land to NSSF. And then in between there, Mr. Amos Nzei changed his mind. And then he said, now I want to retain this piece of land. The clarity I want to get from the NSSF, one, why didn't they possess the land? Then two, what is it that is pushing them to enter into memorandums of understanding to take back the land that was sold to them? Before 18 years ago, I really want to understand that before I make meaningful submission to this committee.
Yes, procedure.
with the powers of your chair, can he be on oath such that we can ascertain his statement? Because last time the statement he gave us is not the one that he's giving us right now. Thank you, Chair.
Mr. Chairman, you see the challenge we have.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just for me, there's one thing I want to understand from Mzee Amos Nzei. You sold 464 acres, but you needed to remain with the 55. What made you sell 464? Why did you sell 409 directly instead of selling 464? Then again you claim 55. Why did you just sell directly 409? What was the intention?
No, you'll answer to us.
Because he had 570.
Yes, Honorable Adexwem Corner.
Very much, Chair. Original statements, it was, from what I heard, it was meant to be 104 acres that Amos is holding on to. But there was a statement that came and said it's later on found to be 55. It makes me ask questions. Does NSSF exactly know what they bought? It could even be that the 400 and something acres of land is air. We need some clarification there. Thank you.
Maybe MD.
Yes.
What is the size of Plot 12?
Honorable Chair, according to the sale agreement, we have 165 acres
On Plot
12.
12. How much of Plot 12 is in your possession or use, and how much is in possession of Amos Nzei?
Honorable Chair, when you look at the memorandum of understanding, 165 acres in the sales agreement. And now we asked about possession. I'm now coming
I want now physical possession.
Absolutely.
Yes?
So physical possession, then we go to the memorandum.
No, don't confuse the documents. As of now, how much of this plot are you utilizing, and how much is in the hands of Nzei?
So when you subtract your 55 from 165, that comes to about 110. Yes.
So you are saying the remaining land in the possession of Amos Nzei is 110.
No, it's 55.
Is 50?
55
So
acres.
you took off the 110.
Yes.
So the discussion we are having is on the remaining 55.
Absolutely. Yes. Chair, that's the discussion.
Honorable, does it sort the guidance you sought?
Kind of sorts, but then he's going forward to ask for an explanation using the MOU. But the facts I wanted was the sale agreement, what was sold.
So let me capture. So Mr. Amos, the land you are using and you are currently occupying is which size in acreage?
I think I would be
Approximately.
wrong if I did not refer to the documents. Because most of the time, actually, my son has been dealing with this. He's the one who has been going to NSSF. But of late, he has said, Daddy, get me out of this thing. I'm still young. Temangaro saga, if I go to these MPs, they are going to tear me in two pieces, and I still have a name too. For you, you can manage to. But then I said, okay, I forgive you, stay home. So I can go back and consult. But what I know, wherever I have my cows, wherever the house is what I kept. And at the same time, I would like really honorable members through the chair. I think here there is a lack of scrutinizing the agreement and the MOU. Because we don't know how the MOU came about, even how the agreement was drawn, even how the arbitration. I cannot tell you, Madam Honorable, off the cuff. I'm not a magician, I'm just a human being.
Anyway, let's avoid the callers' questions. You finish?
Yes. So, of arbitrators, if you are not, maybe you have not studied the agreement that was signed between NSSF and myself, which was a willing buyer, a willing seller. I did not force them to buy. They came and visited the land, and they liked it, and that's how we came to a sale agreement, executing the sale agreement. Now, I think I would say, really, I have been in business for many years. Matters like this has to be properly analyzed and studied. You have to study the agreement. Maybe from this committee, you have got some lawyers. Assign them to read these agreements and a memorandum of understanding. Chair, the other thing which would actually be better to solve this, the courts of laws, if you go to court, they will interpret all these matters easily.
Maybe Mr. Amos.
I would suggest that you let this matter go to court, and they rule according to the law.
Maybe Mr. Amos, why we invited you, we transact as a high court. However, we are looking at a possibility of assisting the parties to solve this impasse because it appears in the audit report. And in the circumstances, we received on record all those documents. And we trust that from as delivered by NSSF that they are true. Having received them, we remained concerned on the multiplicity of these documents and the time taken. And we want to explore a possibility of this matter getting sorted. And in fact, by the time we exited last time, it was advisory, since your lawyer submitted on record, your willingness to sit down and settle this matter. And we are more inclined to listen to your terms on table. And now that you are back, because he was alluding to your absence, that's why after you want to hear from NSSF, Yes.
Can I respond to that,
Yes,
Chairman?
because the discussion cannot end, but first respond to
Can I
that.
respond to that, Chairman?
Yes.
NSSF sat under the chairmanship of Sekono, a very high repeatable person, PS, Permanent Secretary, including late Kasami, may his soul rest in peace. And they went through this matter. I attended the meeting. We ironed out all this matter. And in the end, the chairman of NSSF, then Sekono, wrote to the Minister of Finance. At the time, it was Maria Chiwanuka, that we have resolved all this Temangaro matter. We are now seeking your consent. Was it consent? What was it? I think I read it somewhere. No objection. Maria Chiwanuka replied that, this matter, I cannot give an objection because it is political. That was her answer, that it was political. And again, it has continued to be political. So my actually advice would be send this matter to court of laws. Let them analyze and make a clear judgment so that we all part happily.
Now, before I open up here again, the head legal NSSF, where are you?
Thank you, Chair and members. Following the guidance the committee gave us when we were last here, we briefed our board, first of all, about the developments here in the committee and the guidance given, and also mentioned the proposals that had been tabled by Mr. Kabatsi on behalf of his clients. And the board took note of that update and gave guidance that in the event we are unable to recover the land as desired by the fund. Chair, you recall the criteria we mentioned. The option of having the vendor buy back the land, but at the prevailing market price, was amenable to the fund. And based on that, we have had an engagement with Mr. Kabatsi first, and then now with Mr. Nzei today, where they reiterated that offer. Now they will be buying back the land, and the land would have to be bought at the prevailing market price, which would be subject to valuations, as we mentioned. So there is an agreement in principle subject to the required statutory approvals, which include the board endorsement. We would have to go to the minister. We'll have to follow the PPDA process because it will be a disposal. And it is understood by now there will be purchaser if this position is endorsed.
45
so that
acres.
is of the 35 acres. Then for the 10, because the 10 had already been mutually agreed upon, he is willing to transfer that into the fund's land. Chair, in the spirit of resolving this long outstanding dispute, we believe it's a fairly reasonable option to pursue, subject to all the approvals that we must get. Thank you.
Okay. Beyond record. No, beyond record.
Okay. Yes, I do, Chair, because I signed already
You signed what?
the consent from them.
You had a
Chair,
consent?
correction
Yes.
with their terms of reference.
They told me that this consent came through your request, that they meet with me.
No, we made a proposal, but we may need to look at. We did not instruct, but we gave guidance. Let's have a copy on record. So you have a working document.
Actually, my solicitor is correcting me.
Yeah.
That is a settlement.
Let him be on record so that
You can be on
he
record.
clears you well. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, the document that my client is referring to are the terms.
Read it. Read from the document.
The terms of settlement for the land swap between the National Social Security Fund and Dr. Amos Nzei in respect of land at Temangalo, Wakiso District. as tabled to you, Chair.
So I read the names which are there. I'll let him read.
Patrick M. Ayota,
Yes.
Agnes Tibayita, Shereza,
Read the titles also.
Managing Director and Corporation Secretary.
Yes.
Amos Nzei, Dr. Amos Nzei. Mr. Peter Kavati, Counsel. Peter Kavati for Dr. Amos Nzei.
Colleagues, I've received this copy from the legal, what's your title? Corporation Secretary. I think I need to read it as it is. Terms of settlement for land swap between National Social Security Fund and Dr. Amos Nzei in respect of land at Temangal, Wachiso District. Whereas in March 2008, the National Social Security Fund purchased 463.87 acres of land at Temangalo, of which 364.65 acres of land were directly purchased from Dr. Amos Nzei and comprised in 5 separate certificates of title as follows: Busilo Block 296, Plot 12, 16, 20, 21, and Busilo Block 277, Plot 191. Contemporaneous to the signing of the sale agreement, the parties signed a memorandum of understanding by which Dr. Nzei Amos sought to retain 104.88 acres of land in exchange for alternative suitable land of similar acreage within the 3 months from the date of the purchase. The land swap was not concluded within the time, and the matter was referred to arbitration. And on 15th August 2013, an arbitration award was delivered by which the parties were ordered to conclude the land swap, with Dr. Nzei maintaining possession of his country home and developments of Plot 20 and 12 in exchange for approximately 55 acres of land swap with the fund. Dr. Amos Nzei, in fulfillment of the arbitral award, availed up to 120 acres of land, which land was subjected to an assessment, and it was determined that only approximately 10 acres were suitable for the land swap. That the fund on 15th June 2026 wrote to Dr. Nzei demanding that he transfers the suitable 10 acres to the fund and avails 45 acres for vacant occupation by the fund by June 30th, 2026. Dr. Nzei, in a formal response dated 19th August 2026, has offered to refund the money paid by the fund, and the fund, in a response dated 24th August 2026, has no objection to the purchase of the 55 acres of the at the current market value. The parties at a joint meeting on 24th August 2026 have agreed to progress the land swap upon the terms and conditions set out in the term sheet as follows. Now, therefore, the parties agree as follows. In fulfillment of the arbitration award, Dr. Amos Nzei shall execute transfer deeds in favor of the fund for the transfer of 10 acres of suitable land comprised in Busiro Block 277, Plot 85 and 86 as soon as possible. The parties further agree that Dr. Nzei shall purchase 45 acres of land from the fund and at the current market value as soon as possible. The sale is subject to the valuation of land by both private valuers and chief government valuer. It is agreed that the fund shall subject the offer of sale to all statutory approvals. Subject to 1, 2, and 3 above, it is further agreed that Dr. Nzei's country home and the pastures with his cows shall be retained by him, and the title to the subject property shall revert to him. Either party commits to grant access to the other to the public highways, in witness whereof the parties have put their hands on the 24th day of August 2026. Now, that is the terms of settlement for land swap that has been entered into by the parties. Would you avail the committee with these respective correspondences? There is a claim that he wrote to you and you also responded. To arrive at this, do you have copies?
Yes, Chair, we do.
Where could you avail us copies? Clerk? Clerk?
According to what I've analyzed, he always hiding the documents. He has been hiding the same documents for 18 years. The inquiry I'm seeking, don't you think even this time is going to hide under those documents for other 20 years so that his son can talk over the claim? I thank you.
Mr. Mozinze.
He has mentored him for the same.
Mr. Mozinze, there are two aspects of the terms of reference. One, you transferring the 10 acres.
Correct.
Does it do you harm to transfer them to?
If they have transfer forms, I can sign them.
Legal counsel, why don't you avail? Yes? You ready?
But
legal counsel.
But that moves with
Chair.
No, let's process one by one.
Yeah.
Chair. Yes, MD.
That came up today, but if you recall, it's supposed to be subjected to approvals within.
Okay.
So we need to go through the approvals, then he can do the transfers. Because if we do it, then
Mr. Chairman,
yes.
I mean, in the interim,
Mr. Chairman, also we need the time frame.
By my counsel that this has to be present to the board of NSSF before I can sign. Otherwise, it will be going around and around and around.
Yes, MD.
Because the duty of the board actually is to make sure that the fund gets exactly what they bought.
Yes, MD, what is
MD
the status?
should tell us also the timeline.
MD, the status and timeline of you.
Okay, this is the process. This is the process within the fund. We have the internal process that involves the board. Once the board approves it, then it goes to the Minister of Finance. Once the Minister of Finance approves it, then we have a contract of sale, this, and that goes to the Solicitor General. Now you can see the thing that we control from a timeline is the board, because we know when the next board meeting is going to take place. The other ones.
So when is the next board?
The next board is going to take place. Yeah, we can have a special meeting even next week for the board.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Honorable Chair.
For us, Mr. Chairman, to agree with what they have agreed upon, because this issue has been in existence for all those years. You've heard where they have come from. I think it would be the interest of this committee to resolve this matter than us prolonging when the two parties have agreed. I want to persuade my colleagues to even stop debate on this matter so that we give them. Mr. Chairman, can you protect me? Mr. Chairman, you know the problem of English. I said I want to persuade. Now, if my colleague does not know the meaning of persuading, then he will talk about that. But what I'm saying, Mr. Chairman, they have exhibited to us, and the proposal came from this committee, that they go and see ways of resolving this. They have gone. Mr. Chairman, can you protect me, please?
Anyway, let me guide.
Can you protect me, please, Chairman? I finish.
First, leave the microphone. I guide. You know, this matter it has been very concerning, and I can understand the sentiments. But of course, we cannot discuss it. We haven't been yet subjected to the statutory approvals. And we are looking at all the possibilities. We are also capturing the concerns that this matter has dragged on and has ignited sentiments. And the MD is briefing us that what he has control over is constituting a board within next week. So I will adjourn this meeting for a week, and then we return the other week. The other week, we can return on Monday. We shall. So I'm adjourning.
Onako lwaleero nga kosase tubadde n'okuwuliriza ekitongole ky'ekitavu eky'abakozi ekya National Social Security Fund. Twabasindika nga twagala tulabe oba basobola okutabagana ku nsonga y'ettaka ery'ettemanga limaze emyaka egisuka mu 18 nga eyalitunda Amos Nzeyi aliremeddeko eka eziwera 5.5 ate n'aba NSSF nga basasula nga tebafunye migaso mu ssente ezo. Olwaliro bakomyewo mu komiti Amos Nzeyi aze ne baloya be ne NSSF nejjanga ttiimu era wakati w'okuba nti twagala okumanya we batuuse okuva obuwabuzi bwe twaba nga komiti baddeyo bageze kulaba ng'ensonga eneggwa kubanga emyaka 18 nga erabikira mu lipoota ya auditor general kati ffe tetwagala ku reportinga bu reportings twagala n'okuwa obuwabuzi eri bino ebitongole nga bwe tugenda mu maaso okuwulira observations za auditor general twagala n'okumanya biki ebikolebbwa okutereeza zino ensonga batulipotingidde nti bamiitinze mukulu nze atugambye avudde bweru najja n'agamba naye kibadde kimutuddeko nga kimuzitowerera ng'omusuubuzi NSF nayo ng'egamba yagala ettaka lyayo ne batugamba bayingidde mu kiwandiiko mu nteeseganya ne bakkaanya okuba nti NSSF etwala eka 10 ku ttaka erimu erya Mosinze lyamala dde okwevaluatinga ngayo NSSF naye baba nga liyita eka esigadde 45 ne bagamba nti bagala kutunuulira lino ettaka Amosinze eryalemeddeko bwe bafuna approval yaabwe mu NSSF n'okuva mu board ya NSSF okuva wa solicitor general okuva mu government okutwaliramu ne Ministry of Finance babe nga balivaluinga ku ssente ezakakati balabe oba bakkaanye nti Amos alisasule ku muwendo ogwakakati twagala nnyo okwongera okwetegereza tulabe oba bafactorinze in ebbanga lye bamaze nga Amosinze ettaka lino akyalina era nga alikozesa naye fairly kyesobola okumanya tutegeddeko lwaleero okumanya nti bayingidde enteeseganya eyo batugamba NSS bagenda kulaba nga batuuza boodi yaabwe mu wiiki ejja so twongeddeyo obudde tulabe nga tufuna ebivudde mu boodi ya NSSF n'okulaba nga bagoberera amateeka gonna emisoso kubanga eno ensonga ffe tubagambye erina okuggwa si kutunnyonnyola si kubanga basuubiza wabula bagoberere buli kisaanyizo kyonna eky'amateeka ensonga eyo ebeere ne solution kubanga bannannyini ssente ezaweebwa Amosinze mu NSSF nga ziba mu NSSF baba baagala okufuna amagoba ku ssente ezo naye kati tebasobola kufuna amagoba kubanga essente zitudde bw'abadde ayogera mukulu Amosi naye abadde agamba ssente simanyi zafiira mu banka simanyi naye teyafunamu naye tumugambye nti kasita obanga watunda n'ofuna ssente okuva mu kitongole kino gw'omanyi oba oziterese bubi oba zibadde zitya ekikulu kiri nti ettaka walitunda era NSSF yetaaga kufuna value for money emiganyulwa mu ssente ezo so tulowooza nti ebimu ku biconsideration eziri technical ze balina okugoberera ye value y'essente kwezituuse essaawa eno ne value ya property kwetuuse essaawa eno naye so at least kyetubuliddemu nga ekizaamu ku maanyi kuba nti bonna parties bakkanyiza mu maaso gaffe nti bali willing okulaba ng'ensonga eno eva mu ddiiro ebe ng'egonjoolwa ffe tetwagala concludinga ssaawa eno tulinze era tujja kuddamu tubayite ku nsonga za project nga NSSF Tower ebizimbe bigenda maaso Temangalo twongedde okuteekawo komiti ey'aba members abatono bongere okwekennenya progress y'emirimu egigenda mu maaso eyo so tukyawuliriza ensonga ezikwata ku National Social Security Fund bwe tutuuka ku kitongole eky'eddembe ly'obuntu akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu nako kakomyewo mu maaso gaffe olwaleero era ne tuwuliriza ensonga zaabwe waliwo abakozi abayambi ba chairperson ba personal assistant ku akaunti zaabwe ekyawakanyizibwa ennyo yali accountant we yajja yatunyula mu kakiiko nti yakikola mbuwaze era kyali wabweru w'amateeka kati bano abaafuna ssente ku akaunti zaabwe omu nga bonna baali ba personal assistant ba chairperson wa Uganda Human Rights Commission mukyala wa Ngadya bonna we bazze mu kakiiko tebeeganye wabula babadde tebasobola tunnyonnyola bulungi muwendo ki tutegeddeko nti figure zaabanga mu miliyoni 9 oluusi nga zikka wansi oluusi nga zambuka naye nti zasasulwanga ku akaunti zaabwe kati abo olwokuba baali tebasobola tunnyonnyola muwendo ki tubakwasiza poliisi ebajjeko statement n'okubasaba era accounting officer atuwe bank account ezo tunoonyereze ffe tunoonye emiwendo egyagendangako kubanga ssente ezinakola project za ekitongole nga human rights zalina kubanga zispendingibwa accounting officer kati okuba nti bazikwatanga ne baziteeka ku akaunti z'abano basitaafu abayambi ba chairperson kirekawo ebibuuzo oba ddala ssente ezo zakola emirimu ate zakozesebwa zitya n'ebibuuzo ebirala ku statement gye twafuna kwe yali accounting officer mukyala Margaret we yajja mu kakiiko kaffe era yatugamba nti yatutegeeza nti bakomisiona bano baali beeyongeza ne bewa ssente chairperson miliyoni 5 abakomisiona miliyoni 1 mu emitwalo ndoza 2 nga zaali ziri wabweru w'amateeka olwokuba nti ba full time bakozi aba full time ab'ekitongole kyeyawakanya n'awandiikira ne PSST ne Attorney General kati nabo we bazze tebazeeganye wabula batugambye nti bo we baatuuka ne bafuna obuwabuzi nti ezimu byayimirizibwa kati ogwaffe gwa kukinoonyerezaako na kunoonya ani avunaanyizibwa okuba nti ensobi eno yakolebwa n'ekyokuba nti accounting office abamuggyako obuyinza bwe bazze nakyo tebakyeganye era wakati w'ekyo ffe tugeragera maaso okunoonyeza ng'akakiiko ddala kivunulwa kitya mu nkola eya accounting ne mu mateeka oli okola obuvunaanyizibwa naddala obw'ensimbi nga talina lukusa olwo era kyaba kikolebwa mutima guki ensonga yakuba nti emisango egimu giggalwa nga bwe twakifulira mu statement za accounting officer nga tebafunye lukusa nga tebasoose giwuliriza oba board okugikola ki okujja okuba nti tribunal eya Human Rights Commission ewa ensalawo yaayo tugezezzaako tufunye case study okuva mu bakomishona bennyini kirabise nga kituufu emisango egyo mingi gyaggalwa nga tebagoberedde tribunal kutuula wabula nga oluusi omukyalo omu ayitibwa Nansamba ndowooza director akwatibwako n'agiggala ng'agamba yagobera kiragiro kyeyajja mu commission naddala kuva eri chairperson bakomishona kyebeeganye bye beeganye kati nga tukyagenda maaso okuvunula ebiwandiiko n'ebitulagiddwa tulabye nga bakubagana empawa ku ngeri emisango gye giggalwamu nga n'obujulizi obumu bakomishona byabadde nabwo kati nga waliwo okukubagana empawa engeri emisango gyo gyebadde gisalibwawo naddala egyo emisango egigobeddwa so tukikapityalinze era tugenda kunoonyereza tuveeyo n'okuzuula kwaffe kubanga tulabye nga kisigaddemu ebibuuzo wadde nga chairperson agambye nti ebyakolebwa mu bukyamu ye ateekinza obuvunaanyizibwa akkiriza nti ateekinga obuvunaanyizibwa ku byonna ebikinaavaamu so naffe tujagenda mu maaso okunoonyereza tuveeyo ne recommendation ezisaanidde naddala ku nkozesa y'essente kuba tufunye n'okumanyisibwa nti ebimu ku byagulibwa ku ssente z'ekitongole nga generator emu yali wa commissioner omu endala wa chairperson ne commissioner omu abadde Kaheru yagambye yagizaayo dda eya chairperson atugambye generator ajagizaayo olunaku lw'enkya agambye ali willing ogizaayo kati ebyobugagga ne properties commission notukizudde nga ziriko ebibuuzo tunoonya emu ku emu okusiza mu kunoonyeza kwaffe ekirungi tebatukalubiriza buli akkiriza nti akinagamba agenda kizza naye ffe nga tukyanoonya tuveeyo ne report ejjudde ennyonnyola ku nsonga zino naye bano bo abafuna ssente ku akaunti zaabwe tubakwasa poliisi ebagyeko statement oluvannyuma naffe tujja kulaba nga tutunula banka statement zaabwe okulaba muwendo ki ogwayitako n'okunoonyereza omuwendo ogwo gwakola ki okulaba nga tuzuula tuveeyo kyetunaba tuzudde nga komiti naye nga mu bumpi olabye nga kino ekitongole nga Human Rights Commission mu nsaasaanya y'essente ebisinga ebyanokolebwayo Auditor General n'ebimu bye tufunye kubamu ko baali abakozi nga former accounting officer nabo tebabyegaye kuba na accounting officer yennyini omukadde naye ze nakkiriza nti mbutuufu omukadde yajja nakkiriza nti mbutuufu miliyoni 7 ezasaasanyizibwa mu bukyamu yazisaasanya nakkiriza ye nga atugamba asaba kisonyiwo era n'atuwa ku likodi y'ebiwandiiko byagamba nti byazikolamu tugezako byetegereza tulabe ddala kiki ekyakolebwamu wakati w'okubanga kyakolebwa wabweru w'amateeka kati twesanze nga ebintu by'okusaasaanya ensimbi mu kitongole kino bituwadde okuba tunoonyereza naye sofa kyendirealizinze nti wakati w'okunyigiriza ennyo n'okuyita bano abantu ku board twesanze nga abasinga bagenze bakkiriza ku lwabwe ensobi wezibadde katujja kuba n'okuzuula kwaffe obaoliawo n'opinioni yaffe ne recommendation naye bwe tunaazuula nga ssente zakozesebwa bubi ate mbukyamu tujja kuba ne recommendation ezisaanidde nga okuba nti ziddizibwa oba si ekyo n'okurekomendinga okuba enkola kyentuufu erina okukolebwa kuba twesanze nga ne accounting officer omupya we yajja mu buyinza kye babadde bayita enkola gye batwala mu maaso bennyini mu submission zaabwe bagirambuludde nga eriko ebibuuzo era nga yali esaana okuba nti si yeegobererwa kati ogwaffe tukyagenda mu maaso okunoonyereza naye nga ekitongole nakyo tulabye nga mulimu ensonga ezirumira ku byobugagga kati nga generators twesanze nga ne mu Auditor General's report assets ezisinga zirimu ebibuuzo nga furniture ne ssente enkozesa yaazo mu contracting of course tufunyemu n'ensonga ku nsonga y'abakozi n'engeri gye badeployingibwamu ne gye bakuzibwa twaga kwetegereza ebiwandiiko byabwe akuba twesanze